So we are in Sweden doing a road trip and we are traveling with our dog. We've traveled with our dog before, and in this video we are going to talk about how it is to travel with our dog, because we're doing cities, we're doing nature. So how is it to travel with our dog here in Sweden or in Switzerland like we did last year? That's the video we're doing today. So hey, I'm Dennis.
I'm Tim.
And this is STUFR. STUFR is all about travel and food. And today we're talking about traveling with a dog.
Which she's actually right here in front of the camera, but you can see her.
Yeah, she probably will lay down there. Nala. Kom maar hier.
Hier zitten.
Kom maar eventjes. Yes. Yeah. Here she comes. Kom here. Kom even. Kom maar zitten.
Yeah.
So we're traveling with a dog that looks like she listens perfectly to us. Well, that's not always the case, but she's amazing and she's super easy to travel with. We take her in the car, she sits in the back seat and she just loves it. She looks out of the window, or she has her head in between our seats.
Or she sleeps.
And that is so easy, and it's so...
Yeah, we know we're lucky because there are dogs that like get sick in the car or whatever.
Yeah.
And you never know before, so we are lucky in that sense.
But you do have to prepare a trip with your dog, and you have to consider things. Like in our case, we don't leave our dog in one of the cabins when we go out.
No.
We take her with us all the time.
The only time we left her was in a hotel room. That was only for 10 or 15 minutes because she was not allowed in the breakfast room.
And I was actually bummed out with that because the hotel allows dogs, but they don't allow her. Oh, that's what you get in a video as well.
Yeah, you get a bark.
You get a bark. So that was the only time we left her in a hotel room for a little bit, only like 15 minutes.
Or you could put like a sign outside of the door, there's a dog inside, so don't come in.
Yeah.
So
that is something you have to think about. If you're taking your dog, you have to consider that you can't go into a museum, you can't go into a church, or you have to alternate each other. Sometimes we do that.
Yeah, but you also have to know that your dog can be alone in a foreign space, like a hotel room, if you're not allowed. Or you can go to breakfast all together and you have to go take turns.
Take shifts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is something that you just consider before you go.
Yeah.
But in our case, what we do always, we take a really big bag of her food. We bring that with us in the car so we can take out little portions when we go to a hotel.
Yeah.
Because you have to prepare these things. Like we have medicine for her with us. We have all her stuff in one bag, so we can just take it out, take it with us. Some toys, of course, as well. But what she loves most is when we go into nature and we just walk. She can walk freely. We don't have to put her on a leash.
Yeah, that's also really easy in Sweden. It's almost everywhere, because there are really not that many people, or sometimes even no people.
Mm-hmm.
You can just let her walk free and she just walks with us and has so much fun. And
But on the other hand, we also do cities because we love exploring cities. And we had 2 cities on the way here, and she always has to get used to it a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and it's of course always easier if you can check before if there's at least like a little green space next to your hotel, because otherwise you have to walk quite far.
Yeah, and
at least if your dog is not used to also have to pee or poop on something that is not grass, like concrete or whatever.
Yeah, the disadvantage of going to a city with a dog is that sometimes in the surrounding of your hotel there is no green. Like this is literally the only little spot of green that we have, which is right next to the driveway. Oh, she has something in her mouth. I have to take it out anyway. And you can tell, Nala, our dog, she needed to get a little bit into that city mood again. It took her 1.5 days or something, and then everything was perfect. But there's so many impressions around her in a city, so many noises and everything.
Yeah. Of course, if you live in the city, you have a city dog, then it's no problem.
No.
But we live in a village in the countryside, so
it's different. Yeah. But and sometimes, like you said, there's another green space near your hotel, so you have to walk quite a bit to get there, and so that are things like what we always do when we get to our hotel. The first thing when we go out is not going to the sea, but first check out if there's a little bit of green around us, so we can take her. And in Copenhagen, for instance, it was right outside of it was only a small piece next to the big road, so that was not.
But it was enough for her, so
it worked. But it was she was distracted a lot there, so
in the beginning.
Yeah, and then of course you have to think about bringing enough water and food when you go on hikes, when you go walking, or when you go into the city center. Most of the times there is water around you. Like in the city, you can get it like at restaurants. They'll
Yeah.
have like a bowl for her.
In Sweden, when you're in nature, yeah, there are so many lakes, and the dog can just drink there because the
Yeah.
water is clean.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, it's really handy if you're in Switzerland, for example. You have like there's like water coming out of the stones. It's like all those like how do you call it?
Yeah, like
No, like the
Oh.
the nature.
at wells, from wells.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
coming out
Because of glaciers melting,
Yeah.
there's water
Just
everywhere.
comes down the
but you
mountain.
also have in Switzerland, you have those big bowls or those
yeah,
big
like huge things, but also sometimes like a little one next to it, so it's perfect height for the dog.
dogs. Yeah, because Switzerland was where we went last year with Nala, and she was only 6 months old, and she was just as perfect as this year.
Yeah.
She loved it. She just found her way to water, like you said, like to
Yeah.
natural water everywhere, and she was so happy and easy and free, and you
Yeah.
could see she was happy.
Yeah, that was really perfect in Switzerland. There was so much water every now and then, and it was so perfect, clean and everything. So we really didn't have to take care of giving her enough water because she was doing it herself.
Yeah.
Now here in Sweden, sometimes
We have to give her.
we have to have a special like dog bottle where she can drink out of, and yeah.
And when you travel for longer periods or longer periods in the car, you, of course, I don't have to tell this, but I because everybody knows, I think we have to stop along the way a few times to let her pee or let her walk a little bit, give her some exercise. That is, of course, something that you have to do. You have to play with your dog. You have to entertain them as well, and let them have the space and exercise that they need. And
But if you have like shorter stops like we do, mostly on our road trip, that we don't have like more than 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Then you only have to stop once.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
even if we drive like for 2 hours or 3 hours maybe max, then we don't have to stop at all because she doesn't have to go that often. Last year that was different because she was still younger. She was only 6 months, and then a younger dog, of course, still has to pee more because they're still developing.
Yeah.
But now this year she's an adult, and it's even easier.
super easy.
Yeah.
The last bit I want to say before we close off, and it's starting like there's a thunderstorm coming. If you can hear that in the back, I don't know.
We're also lucky
But-
that she's not afraid of thunderstorms.
This is also the thing when you're in
there she
nature like
comes.
this. Yeah, because she was gone because she knows like over there's like another cabin, and there are 2 dogs there.
And she loves to play.
She will explore by herself because she loves other dogs and she loves exploring.
Yeah.
So sometimes she can be naughty as well. Like when we call her, she's not coming because she found something super interesting. So you have to give your dog a little bit of space, but you have to keep an eye out when it's in nature. But we are not afraid because she will always stay near us. But she can be naughty. Like
I think it's also really
I called her and she didn't come, and it was like,
I think it's also really nice in Sweden, at least if you're in nature, then you see a lot of dog owners. And it's so nice that she can play with all those
Other
dogs
dogs,
and make new friends all over the world. But of course, which is really important, it can be a downside of traveling with a dog. When you book something, you always have to check and check the box or whatever site you're using, like Airbnb or whatever. You always have to check pets allowed or something similar to know that your dog is allowed, because I think when we search for something, then it's like 50% of the itineraries are gone because dogs are not allowed. So that is really important.
so yeah, there you have it. Traveling with a dog, it is amazing. We love it. We love taking her with us. Let us know if you've experienced traveling with a dog as well, or if you are thinking about it. If you have any questions, then pop it in the comment section down below, or hit us up on Instagram. We can answer them. And for now, Nala, will you say goodbye as well? Say bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Give the video a thumbs up.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Now she's a good girl.
Yeah.
But if we let go, she will run to the other dogs that she just met. Thank you for watching. Bye.